Was Justin Bieber watching his ex's Selena Gomez's new cooking show? We have all the details. I'm Gabi Conti.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. Justin Bieber recently shared a picture of his HBO Max watch list on Instagram. Seems innocent enough, right? Well, not for eagle-eyed fans who zoomed in and were quick to notice that Selena Gomez's new cooking show, Selena Chef, was in Justin's continue watching list on his screen. As one fan tweeted a close-up of Bieber's HBO Max watch list and pointed this out by saying Justin Bieber accidentally slips up and reveals he's been watching Selena Gomez's cooking show. Thoughts? Justin might have thought that he wasn't revealing that he was watching Selena's show, as you can't see the title or her full face, but as that tweet shows, this is the thumbnail for Selena's new cooking show that the Biebs was indeed watching. Wow.
I mean, a couple of thoughts went through my head here. I'm like, okay, it doesn't, just because he's checking up on his ex, keeping tabs on his ex, I feel like we all do that. We just don't want to be caught doing that.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Everyone's and he's never seen Selena cook before, which is the whole premise of the show. So he probably was like, oh, that must be interesting to watch. Or I'm sure he shares an account with Haley. Haley could have been checking it out. We know Haley likes to cook, although she does a very weird thing where she puts butter on top of her cookies as she bakes them, which apparently
I feel like that's phenomenal, but that's just me. That's the southern in me.
Or could it be Haley keeping tabs on Justin's ex? Because I'm sure they share an account. Well, so there is a lot of reasons why Justin Bieber may or may have not been watching Selena's new cooking show. Apparently, when Selena and Haley were both spotted having dinner at Craig's at the same time pre-quarantine, there was no bad blood, so it could be Haley checking it out, not in a mean or whatever way. We also know that Haley loves to cook, so who knows, maybe she was looking for some cooking tips, or perhaps Bieber was curious what Selena was up to in the kitchen. But then other fans took a closer look at this picture and realized that Justin wasn't watching Selena's new cooking show after all. Rather, Selena Chef was under Bieber's suggested shows on HBO Max, not under his continued watching. It's also very likely that Biebs wasn't aware that Selena's new show was even on his home screen, as he would have likely known better than to share a photo promoting his ex's new show and not knowing he was promoting it on purpose, as he knew this would lead to some major controversy. So I don't think it was intentional. I don't think he even realized that was in the shot. It is a very tiny little half of it that you would have to know what her thumbnail looks like to know it's her show.
Right.
I think it's really, HBO Max just did a really genius marketing thing for Selena's new show without even knowing it, probably.
Literally. Also, in my head, I'm like, good cover up, JB, good cover up.
Good cover up.
So what exactly is Selena Chef about? This new HBO Max show is a quarantine cooking show where the singer gets socially distant cooking lessons from the world's best chefs. Each episode, Gomez is paired with a celebrity chef who guides the singer through whipping up their signature recipe, which can range from something as simple as ramen to as complicated as seafood tostadas. Some of the chefs who are helping Selena out in the show include John and Vinny, Nancy Silverton, and Roy Choi, who all help her remotely, but sometimes Selena gets the help from her quarantine buddies, including friends and family, who help her taste test the recipes at the end of each lesson. Where do I sign up for that?
To be the taste tester?
Yeah,
hey Selena. I don't know if you want to, because I've heard she burned some matcha cookies that she was making.
Oh,
so I don't know. She's definitely very much a novice chef, meaning she's has really limited experience in the kitchen at all. So I don't know. Being a taste tester might not be a good thing. Well, so you might know that Selena is not what you'd call an experienced chef, as we mentioned earlier, which makes watching her host a cooking show really fun. You might relate to her laughing at her lack of significant other, or how she has no clue to navigate her humongous, very well-stocked kitchen. You'll even see her try to properly use a knife, which if you're an inexperienced chef like her, you might find yourself learning to cook along with Selena. So I think it's cool that this show does show you the basic cooking skills, as well as showing you how to make some really more intricate meals, like the ones that she was mentioning. So
yeah, no, totally. I am not the best chef, so I feel like I could learn a thing or two from this, and I'm really excited. I want to watch it.
Do you know how to properly use a knife the chef's way?
No.
Well, you're supposed to not have your fingers out, so you kind of want to make a knuckle like this. Oh. So this is this is your hand, right, where you're cutting, but this is where your hand is that's holding, let's say, in a zucchini. Yeah. So when you're and you're supposed to kind of it's supposed to be an extension of your hand, the knife, but you're supposed to be like this. So if she did that, if she was going like this, I'm sure that would make people really nervous.
I feel like my dad has tried to teach me that, but
it takes a lot. I still like don't automatically do that, but it's definitely a skill for sure.
Yeah. Well, have you guys seen Selena's new cooking show? If so, have you learned any good recipes? Please let us know. I'm Jana Rosenberg.
I'm Gabi Conti, and follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.